everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War with the Great War mod. Last time around we broke out of Paris, and you can see our forces making their way away. We're trying to gather up forces and to counterattack. Also, there has been these revolutionary armies which have spawned, ready to take back the town. So the French are definitely bringing up quite the counterattack here with new troops. I still have quite a few of the old ones as well coming in. And that's a lot, and to top it all off, it seems like the British are actually going to launch an army against us, plus the Italians attacking through the south. And then also, as winter is now thawing and gone, we've got the Russians back on the war path. So there's a lot going on, even though we have captured so much of France at this point, and I imagine their economy isn't doing too well at this point. Lots of war weariness, but there no bankruptcy as of yet, which I find kind of strange given how much they must have lost. However, of course, probably similar to what I have, they have a very high amount of you know, like a base income that's probably propping them up quite a bit from complete destruction. Anyways, there's no moves to be made, and I'm interested to see if the British land, if the French, whatever the French do, if the Italians attack, and all that. I might just want to stop the Italians coming in here and, you know, starting to bring all this up just by actually just giving this back to the French. Will he accept it? He did! He did actually accept it. So we're still at war, but now the Italians are out. What a cheeky move. I don't know what I... No, I don't want it back anytime soon anyways. Right. We dealt with the Italians, so at least now it's just the British invasion, the French, and the Russians. Let's go ahead and end turn. We've got some technological advance. We got machine gun corps. I should be able to recruit machine guns, and we've got another reconnaissance plane spawned here in Belgium. The French just took back Paris. I'm gonna need more scout planes within the French territory, as we can still see what's going on in Paris right now. Can I steal technology? What do they have? I might as well send him back home. Which one is... It's these two that are mine. Oh, I've got an aircraft here. Did I completely miss this one? Oh. We'll send that to the French as well. Or maybe... No, actually. This one will go east. I'll probably need it there more, now that I have two on the western front. Trade agreement with Spain was cancelled, of course, because trade route was cut off. Lots of stuff being built. And junior officer's wife. Okay. Is that what he's doing here at the Ruhr factory area? Not in a great spot here. They've moved slightly further away from the bridge. We will be moving towards the river. I'll be expelling the French Navy from here. This army will head to the bridge. And now these need a bit of replenishment. Move into town. So with these and these. It seems like I'm missing a general somewhere. If I can get this guy around. This is a revolutionary army. I'll try to destroy that at a good opportunity. We're slowly replenishing here, but not as fast as I want. However, I've got plenty of regiments here, so what I could do is I could combine regiments to increase or to quicker kind of recover. This is kind of not necessary. I'll leave one unit there and then I bring everyone down here and we can see about attacking these. And then of course I need to bring these closer to here and they'll be used to hold the province. They're actually not that angry, which means that I could march forward. We could see about striking here, but I might want to wait just to get enough troops. A lot of people have, or some, I think it was, well, not a lot, I think it was one guy who, but it had a few likes. So what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking of course about the fact that I'm not very offensive, and that usually comes because I don't have the amount of troops. One thing that I need to do, because these guys definitely gonna land along the coast here somewhere, I imagine. We need lots of troops around the home region to be able to stop these. Might get a few machine guns. Can get cavalry out here. One army needs to be sent to stop the Russians bypassing here, but that is... I kind of want to do something up ahead, something actually fighting a proper army. We're going to go through the bridge and up here. Kind of fighting in this area too much, I think. What I want to do, we're gonna trash the French. Really, here is the interesting one. If I can gather these guys around, that'd be good. I could do this battle off camera, actually. Could attack him, destroy him off camera. We don't actually have any moves to make a battle right now, so yet again, we'll end turn. If I have enough troops, I will go more offensive, but as it is, the enemy has been outnumbering me, and it would be kind of reckless to... because I'm gonna lose a ton more men if I do move into the enemy's cannon range. That is a lot of what has saved me, that I've been able to fire cannon on the enemy while they have not been able to fire much on me, and the battles that they have done that have inflicted high casualties on me. And compared to the enemy, for a very long time I also had the problem of not having the economics to replenish those troops. But I think once we knock out France, that will change and we'll get more troops and I can waste them in frontal assaults. But with that, let's go ahead and end turn and see what the enemy comes up with and see if we can't come to battle. I kind of want to fight this guy today. I think that's the battle. Another researcher in Saxony. That's good. So what do we have here? We've got Pious, okay. Factory Master. And Civil Technologies Industry. So it's industry up here in Magdeburg. And here it's... let's see what this guy is. His factory. Factory. Then we'll send him there. So we've got plenty of factory up in Magdeburg. And what I could do is remove then the Pious one and send him down there and sort of get it more equal. As we're only one turn away from getting women in the workplace, we'll keep doing that, but I'll be switching this one over to do... actually, I should switch this one over to do stuff like this. I could possibly do something like this. Yeah, one turn, and then which one is doing? We'll be doing something else. And 5 turns. We'll do industry. I need a lot of industry stuff. There we go. Enemy raid. The Russians are closing in. But as I said, I'm going to try and do this one off camera, just so I can keep going. We're moving here. I kind of want to do it in one fell battle, or one big battle. So I want to avoid fighting these guys. I'm going to go into the woods, and then from there I'm going to jump to the area. We've got tons of troops being recruited in East Prussia. So we got lots of extra troops protecting the towns. That should be able to destroy those. Tons of railway being built. Then we go back to the Western Front. What are you? You're nothing. Okay. Well, you move somewhere over there. Right, the French consolidate towards Paris. What if we... Ah, they open up so he can slip through. And then he can go over here. Take charge of these troops. Oh, there's so many now here then. Then these... No, what we'll do is we'll take 4 out of here. 4 veteran ones to join this army. And then I'll use them to refill some of these. We've got an extra 2. I'm gonna fill up some of these units. So now it's looking a lot better. I could actually move another one over there as well. And spread him around. Good, good. And, you know what? We could send another unit just to bolster this army then. To have it fully bolstered. So now it's a full stack. And then you should be coming this way. As we control the Belgians, I should be able to move out quite a lot of troops. A lot of veteran troops, that would be enough. So we got lots of veteran troops coming down. We'll combine a lot of this, so we'll have 3 kind of ish stacks. Nice stack. Oh, you know what? You can stay here. You don't have to go all the way there. That's good. Machine guns would be needed over here. And then these... Oh, they're moving against us. Interesting. And the cavalry will be moved in. Okay, not apparently. We'll be facing off against the French over there. We would need some landwehr to be sent to protect the port. And then you can kind of keep in the area, just keep an eye on the French building anything. Aircrafts. Optimally situated to keep an eye on the area. And then this one is going to the Eastern Front. Passing through here, we got the British fleet have made it over here. I'm gonna make it here somewhere. The army here is going to be ready, so that will be nice to take them down. The British could have done a lot more damage landing here than land back there, because it's... I mean, if they were able to sneak it through, but they're not fast enough to be able to go through there. Once again, it looks like we're going to have to end turn. I think if we strike at France this time around, it will be a one hell of a battle. Because there's so many troops there, and now there's a lot of really good French troops. But after this counterattack, the French are done for. If I'm able to pull off a victory, even a very bloody one, it'll definitely be a final victory over France, that is. Right. As these are closing in way too close, I'll do this one off camera, and then we'll go on to see what we do next. And here's the result of the battle. We deployed 3,000 men against 1,500 enemies, roughly 1,428 to be precise. The enemy lost all but 7, and I lost about 1,400 men. 1,416 to be precise. Highest killers goes to field gun, and then field gun, then followed by a howitzer. Most of these were firing counter battery fire, and then we've got infantry. Highest losses occurred. Some of the infantry unit. Ooh, this one only had 6 men remaining, so that one got destroyed then. So we even lost a unit. Huh. Obviously you couldn't see it, but I did a more, as you can tell by the numbers there, I was a bit more aggressive in my moves, and we took heavier losses. But it's still something that works out, definitely, and I still won the battle. And it killed off all the Russian troops in the area, which means that we are free to advance. I don't get why we get all these victories over these small, kind of useless forces. I've got 3 victories here. Do I have any? I don't have any. I don't have close to. Oh, wait, they did survive? 6 men left? Huh. I'll send the ones that aren't broken down to join this one, and they'll be going straight to Vilnius. And then we'll leave that. I thought for sure that unit was gonna get destroyed 2 turns away, and then we can start scouting that area. And with that, let's go and end turn once more. Can work a little bit more on consolidating these. What I should be doing, how long does it still takes 2 turns to get those out. I would like, we can get 3 of those just to hold down that region, be able to move more troops out of there. Right, let's go ahead and end turn, shall we? An ambush battle. So we have a rather large Russian force moving close enough that we are able to ambush them. They outnumber us by 500 men, but since it's an ambush, it's going to be an absolute slaughter for their side. I would not want to be this general. With this, let's go ahead and ambush the bastards. They've changed around the deployment zone quite a bit for this mode. In normal, you get quite close to it. Here it's further away, and I think I like this more. It's not as devastating when you get ambushed, because you're not that, or the enemy is not that close. Anyways, I've decided to deploy on all 3 flanks that I can deploy, and cannon on each side, so I'll be able to cover most of. There's a bit here that I won't be able to cover with artillery fire. 4 infantry on that side, 4 infantry on this side, 2 Jaeger units plus cavalry on that side. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, they were... Huh, interesting. Not the way I'd imagine their column to be lined up, and right now only 1 of my artillery units is able to actually reach their line. The other 2 don't actually reach, which is kind of bad, which we're gonna change rather quickly. This one also doesn't reach the important position of the enemy cavalry. However, it does reach into this mess. Holy I mean, each shrapnel shot definitely hits something, firing on that lump of troops. Right, I'm gonna have to move this one quite a bit to get into the action with the enemy. I think we'll move to the edge of the forest as we're receiving artillery fire from the enemy. We don't want to lose too many men. And as we're stopping there, we'll stop this one here. And Jaegers, there's not a lot of them. Should be able to move and hide at the same time. Ooh. The amount of troops dying here is... that's quite a lot. Hurry, get these guys in action. Let's see, are you ready to... Yes! You are within range of fire, and the enemy is actually returning fire onto you. I want to move this one forward as well, but currently it's able to target the infantry right here and completely destroy them. So I don't want to move them just yet. Let's see, this artillery is not ready. I want to get closer. Come on, a little bit closer before... I want to start landing shots among these cannons right there. Currently it's not coming under fire, so that's okay. Right, nice. Okay, I think that's enough. Go ahead and deploy. Troops ready to shoot down any... Let's move forward till we hit that mortar. The guys in the edge of the forest. Shoot down the Cossack lancers as they approach. Charge falls apart within seconds. So many of the Russian troops completely shot to pieces. Right, let's start moving towards those cannons. On the other side, we're trying to shoot down the mortars and advancing cavalry. The cavalry's gone. Let's go another step. The Jaegers... Are they moving and hidden? No, they're not. Did I start moving this one, or is that one still firing? Yeah, it's still firing. There's so many dead Russians right here. It's kind of insane. Move forward to this point and open fire. Ooh, these guys ran into some trouble. Open fire, and you'll turn on the side there. The unit's actually not doing that well, and I could break through. One cannon seemed to have been destroyed there. Why aren't you shooting?
We have
Come on.
killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
How did he die? Oh, he tried to charge the Jaegers? Or maybe he didn't see them were there. I don't know. Alright, move forward. There's still quite a lot of Russians. Ah, my unit was unfortunately broken there. But they stood for a long time against that Lancer charge. Now I'm kind of low on troops on this side. I've sent in the general. He'll come use his pistol to shoot these guys down. There's too many Russians coming here, I think, so we'll pull these guys back into the woods. You'll retreat here. The Jaegers are shooting a bit at these guys and they're back. I'll tell them to advance further. And then I ordered these guys to do another step forward. All the cannons are firing at this point. Ooh, this unit. Not sure what they're doing, but... Ah. They moved just in time. Most of this has been blown to pieces. Not to be worried about. Oh, they actually pulled off from attacking these troops and now going kind of full force towards the Jaegers. Damn.
Glorious victories,
I definitely need the dragoons up here to aid. Sending them forwards. And now these are close enough to end the cavalry and end the artillery. A single unit remains. And it's over. The battle, the ambush was won. Definitely not as impressive as it could have been, but at the same time, still pretty darn impressive the amount of resources, let's say, that we've destroyed. Jaegers only lost 3 men per 1 in this unit, 2 in this. Damn. Right, let's go back to the campaign map. Here's the result of the battle. We deployed 2,000 men against 2,500. I lost around 600 men, but the enemy army was completely destroyed, leaving barely anyone left. We've got a field gun killing almost 1,000 men, which is no surprise in those thick columns. Infantry bringing up the second here, 200. I guess the other field guns and the other cannon, the light howitzer, were more focused on firing on the enemy artillery. But there we have that. Still enemy turn. We'll see if now when we're discovered, if more units decide to attack us or come to this region and attack us. Women in the workforce allows me to send more men to the front. Ancillary gained, exiled noblemen. This guy. Units recruited around Brandenburg. Nothing was actually constructed this turn. A lot of French units are moving away. I'm not entirely sure where they're going. If it's their stupid idea to attack Strasbourg again. Now, obviously the town is left open, but still. I actually have a force moving over here, but I have no interest in stopping it right there. Although we do need to destroy it. You need to continue over here. You'll move to this army. So now that's a half stack. And then these will move to this. So now this is a full stack. We got half and 2 full. Should be plenty enough to go ahead and advance on the enemy. This is actually a bridge battle, but a bridge battle that I will have the advantage because I will be the one with the artillery. It looks like these guys don't have artillery. So that'll be nice. Also, the enemy pulled back over here. Be able to move all of these guys in. We'll leave the cavalry to hold the region in place, while you then advance along the road, ready to attack over here. The British probably moved even further. It looks like, yeah, they're sitting right here now. I wonder, because they didn't move through here to attack there. I wonder. Pre-dreadnought class. How far does that fire? If I could just keep out of range, I could use my 2 really heavy class ships just to blast their fleet to pieces. But I actually kind of want the enemy army to land. So we've got cavalry to join this army. We've got cavalry to join from over here. So 4 units of hussar, these troops. Machine guns from Saxony. And we'll just need to put a general in charge. We might need some. Let's get them elite troops. I can get 6. And Jaegers. And some artillery. Useful artillery is of course the field guns. And then the siege gun as a really useful unit. Over here the enemy did not pursue the army, so he should actually be able to get through and lay siege. Oh, the Russians have actually brought machine guns for this battle. 1700, so we're roughly the same size here, but this is not the battle I want to do today. We'll do that one at another time. Yeah, the aircraft. I need to move the aircraft. Set that on a course to find out what the Russians are up to. Have I forgot to move this one? Feels like he hasn't been moving. Should be moving directly towards the bridge. You go through there. With women in the workplace, we can now upgrade the supply depot. It will increase the replenishment. It will slightly decrease happiness, but that shouldn't be a problem. So that will be done over there. Does these... I don't know if I want to build them at a lot of different places. Wrong button. Building browser. Because in normal Empire when you get... Wait, what? That's wrong, right? Warehouse. Okay. They've modded it so it's different, right? Okay, so it doesn't actually tell me what that's going to be built at the last section. But given overall for the entire map rather than just a local area, right? At a certain point. Like it gives a boost to replenishment across the country rather than just a local area. So I wonder if that applies for this as well. What I'm thinking now is we'll actually do this small battle and then we'll call it quits for this video. Next one we can do the siege and then maybe I'll be able to push forward to do an attack on Paris where we'll have one hell of a battle. I'm hoping this is a bridge battle. Even if it isn't, we'll get a little bit of a taste of these new French troops. Have high accuracy and morale and so on, but we're hardened now against the French. Even with these new uniforms, we should have no trouble in defeating them. I have destroyed one of the enemy's artillery positions, or one of their artilleries. We're trying to take out the other one now with the siege gun. And really what I want to do was I want their troops to be lured across the bridge. And then once they're across, that is when we cut them all down. So currently I don't even have my troops on fire at will. We're just waiting for as many of them as possible to get across. I wonder... I mean, it says damage. And I know you can... It's quite hard, but you can destroy some bridges, I should say. But I'm wondering if... Currently we're blasting these guys to hell. Should order specific to target right there. Yeah, as we can see, the units haven't been able to even form on this side of the bridge yet. But more and more French troops are coming across. And I want more and more of them to come across. Oh, what? I thought that I told you not to fire. Okay, now the enemy is firing back. Now we'll open fire. So all the units are now firing right upon that one. Given the amount of rifle fire coming that way, you'd imagine more people be dying on that unit. And with more people now coming over here... I mean then... Oh, this cannon is no longer operational. Hold fire. Select target at will, which should be these guys down here. Shrapnel guns. Select your targets as well, and we'll go get the general a little bit closer.
Glorious victories
and we'll inspire this one. So the French are across the bridge. Not going too well for them though. Even with their new uniforms. The French are trying to force their way across. But it's just open field. There's no cover whatsoever. The cavalry is trying to push over. It's just too much. The brave French continue though, even when there's just a handful of troops left in some of these battalions. They'll fight on to the very last. But, yeah. I mean, there's not going to be anyone left. The way this fight is going. Now the cavalry is getting destroyed as well due to artillery fire. The infantry will now advance to the edge of our side of the river and will end this battle by cutting the rest of them down. Artillery should probably cut these guys to shreds long before my infantry get close. This cavalry unit is still defending this artillery, even though it's destroyed at this point and no longer firing. I was a little bit worried at first when I saw them that they were shrapnel guns, but they are not actually shrapnel guns. They fire explosive shot. And it's very small crater. Now I can't show anyone crater because they've all disappeared, but early on they fired on some of my troops right here. So it's not that impressive craters that they create. Cavalry is able to fire back a little bit at us, but it's quickly absolutely destroyed. And with that, I'm gonna order my men to cross the river. I imagine my artillery still, some of them, at least the heavy guns, reach this area and will be able to soften up that those troops before our advance. As I'm now ordering all my troops to cross the bridge. And there we have it. My troops barely got across the bridge. And we won. Very good. And the French got a taste of, even though we were retreating from Paris, it was just a faint retreat. To come back in stronger numbers. Ready as ever to take them on and crush them. Here's the result of this battle. Where we deployed 1,600 men against about 1,400. We lost 116, while the enemy lost their entire force. Only 24 men made it out from the enemy. And if we look at it, we can see that this unit was able to kill 200, so more or less every single one of these guys, if it would be spread out like that, meant that every single one managed to get at least one kill. Cannons didn't do that much, but there we have the statistics of that battle. Troops forced back towards Paris. They might, hopefully they might reinforce the area now. We'll stay on our side of the border just to be able to replenish little bit before we gonna go across again and do our attack on Paris. I'm a little bit sad that they're pushing so many troops away. I would hope that they would actually stay around Paris. But this time around I'll be able to push into Paris and then push beyond and go after these troops and just cut them all down. Next episode, of course, though, will start by dealing a blow to the Russians by taking out this area right here. Followed then by an advance on Paris. But we'll see what we manage. We might also be able to get an attack in here. Take out Normandy. Oh, they are actually recruiting troops here. Maybe I should just lay siege to it. Just to stop them from recruiting tons of troops. With that said, oh yeah, there's the, see where the British are gonna land their force. They could be landing all over the place. Maybe I should have just recruited tons of dragoons. I could quickly ride to wherever they're gonna land their troops. But anyways, as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours. Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.